Good morning. Friday morning on the way to the Glen. Mike Mulhern from MikeMulhern.net, and sometimes I feel like Charles Kuralt on the back roads of America, going from track to track to track up here in upstate New York, checking out Juan Pablo Montoya, Tony Stewart, and Casey Kane this weekend. Show you one of my shortcuts, another one of my shortcuts coming up from Corning, Elmira. Fog's burning through. Never want an early flight in or out of this place, and probably don't want to drive through the mountains too much at night. Gets awful foggy up here, but it's pretty in the morning when the sun cuts through the fog. Sneak on into Watkins Glen International and check out the new boss, Michael Printup. Took over from Craig Rust, who moved down to Chicagolands. But the big story for me up here, Juan Pablo. It's been a change. Last couple of weeks, he's been really strong. Not quite sure what they've got going, but they get their act together just in time for the chase. Juan Pablo Montoya running for the NASCAR championship. Now, wouldn't that be something? Well, this is Watkins Glen. He's a Formula One racer. He knows road courses. And he's obviously got a car dialed in. Brian Patty, his crew chief, did a really good job at Indianapolis. Really good job at Pocono. And Juan Pablo did a good job of saving it when Casey Kane ran into him on the back on that restart. Restarts. These drivers are starting to get the feel of it. Or physically getting the feel of it. They don't want to get jumped. Everybody's trying not to get jumped. Running into each other. David Reagan and a teammate Bobby Labonte. Whoa, that was a hard hit at Pocono. And going down into the first turn here, I tell you, that first turn's a pretty tough one anyway. Downhill, hard right-hander, short sprint, then up the S's to the backstretch, which is really fast. Down into the chicane. I don't think there's any way you can go too wide through the S's, is there? I don't think I've ever seen that. Get position on a guy. So I imagine you probably want to be on the inside of the track down in the first turn and not on the outside. Heck, one or two of those cars might end up in the lake. Nobody got the test up here. They tested VIR and the track down in South Carolina. I guess that's good enough. Maybe testing's overrated. Some people think it is, but I know Hendrick's been testing, and the other guys haven't. Not that much. Jeff Burton was talking about that the other day. Says they got behind in their testing when NASCAR put the testing ban in. Maybe that's what's wrong with the Jack Roush bunch, too. Maybe testing is more important than people like to say. So, there's no testing at Watkins Glen. Help the Hendrick bunch or hurt the Hendrick bunch? Does it help anybody? Used to be, you'd run the June race in Pocono and drive up here. It's about 2.5 hours. Do a little testing, go on back home. We're going over to Michigan. Did it make for a better race? I don't know. I think we'll go see a good one up here on Sunday. One thing about the mountains, though, good rain. Always a threat of rain. In Watkins Glen, I still remember the time NASCAR and Goodyear tried rain tires up here. Tried to send all the drivers out. They got Terry Labonte to go out. That was about it. Ran about a lap. NASCAR just can't run in the rain. Cars are too big and heavy. The tracks have to drain better than they do. And yet we've seen some races up here, Grand Am races, Trans Am races, where they do run in the rain. Of course, you can't see anything. All you see is this giant rooster tail. All you do is try to stay as tight behind the guy in front of you as you can. Not much fun to watch races like that. Watkins Glen. Friday morning. See what we've got. We got Juan Pablo Montoya. We got Tony Stewart. We got Casey Kane. Where did he come from? He's been on a roll lately. and we might have a surprise or two. Steve Park surprised people up here one time. Every now and then, you get something strange happening. And the last 10 laps of this race are always a thrill. Friday morning, Watkins Glen International. Mike Mulhern from MikeMulhern.net, and let's just see what old Juan Pablo can do today. I think he might have a few more tricks up his sleeve.